Alright guys, I got another one. One more video. I'm shooting these videos back to back if you're like, oh my gosh, he's wearing the same clothes all the time. This video here is another personal of mine that I worked on for quite a while. You guys have seen this before. I have demoed some sound fonts with it, you know, if they're kind of Old Republic-esque. Upgraded the speaker at one point and was like, I'm gonna do another video on it. So here comes round 3 of just overall. What I did this time was I reinstalled everything. I redid everything. Before, all I did was take the pommel off and the speaker dangled to the board from a wire to where I get SD card and a recharge port access. So I was never really a fan of that, but I installed this thing, built and installed this thing way before I was designing and printing my own chassis. This is, again, if nobody's ever seen any videos on this, this is heavily inspired by the Sloth Furnace Derelict design from the BioWare games, the Old Republic. But I reached out to Brad when I was building this and I was like, hey, is it cool if I build one heavily inspired by your design? And he was like, it's totally cool if it's for you. Big no-no if you're producing these, trying to replicate and sell, that's a big no-no. So if you ever see anybody doing a run of these, they're gonna need permission or they're gonna get blacklisted. Brad was like, go for it, man. And it was honestly a really inspiring because he was like, it looks great. So I was like, oh man, coming from the guy who designed this thing, like a high praise. This is built from a 2.0 korbanth graflex kit and MHS parts from the custom Saber shop. I did everything myself, all the cuts on the shroud, all of it. I mean, this is all just me with the Dremel, you know what I mean? Nobody asked me to make this for them or to buy this. No, I'm not doing it. I had a couple people who I had to get real firm with and I said, no means no. Do not ask me again. I am not kidding. So don't think that just being nice to me in my inbox is going to get me to go, all right, sure, I'll make this for you. No, absolutely not. Sorry. You can make it yourself for yourself, but I'm not going to make one for anyone. That was my promise to Brad. I added this ring, which is another thing that I always wanted to do, which is just gives it that extra little bit here, which took some tinkering, some time. But I did it, I got it, I built it, we're good. One of the main reasons that I redid it was so I could fully remove the bottom. And so now I have my chassis set up so much easier. So I designed something kind of just, you know, whatever. Went with what I was feeling. CFX there, Old Republic logo. I was pretty happy with this. I put the sword, the Jedi sword in there, and then I made basically I tried to make the Old Republic logo, right? But it's like the gold leaves for like a royal type of, what's the word I'm looking for here? It's like a royal insignia. I don't know. I just thought that really, like as a design feature, that really tickled my fancy. So we got my speaker pins connector right there and my 2.1mm recharge port there. Another thing I was really happy about was I was like, you know what? I'm never going to hear anything, but I was like, it's got enough space in this chassis, this little tiny chassis, because the battery sits up in here. This is your auxiliary, this is your power, this is your blade retention. So the battery's up in there, so this was all empty space. So what I did was, you won't be able to hear it, because obviously it's a speaker pod, but I decided to put some Hasegawa mesh. Really hard to see. I'll show pictures. But it's little micro mesh underneath with some diffusion, and then I've got this guy going. So obviously it reacts to lockup, and then power down, dances, and then pulses, and then power on, starts to dance. So just a cool little feature that, you know, tickles my fancy when I'm, you know, playing with it. But all right, then I just put this dude back on, It's just so easy now to switch fonts, make adjustments, do anything I want, recharge it. And it's a very loud Saber. Very, very loud. Very comfortable. You know what? To me, this Saber always looks good. Red and blue. I love it. I was gonna put a lit neopixel connector into it, but again, like I said, I got a bunch of spare parts, and I was like, whatever. It's always gonna use the same neopixel blade plug anyways. But 7/8 inch blade, which I love a 7/8 inch blade. So easy to swing around. I mean, this design is so cool.
My power!
I'm just a huge fan of this color. I love this color so much. Oh yeah, one thing I was kind of proud of was this switch right here. I've designed and 3D printed and used a spring and plunger system. I made a plunger out of the red button in this bezel. I mean, get a 3D printer, y'all. I'm doing it. It tickles my fancy. You see the red scroll? Yep. Right? I love it. It just does it. It does it for me. It's not even that big of a detail, but it looks really cool whenever you're just kind of fooling around, you know? Put the body back on, the 28mm Smugglers Outpost speaker. Once the pins engage, you're good to go. I have a ton of fonts on here. I'm not going to go through all of them. Love this one. Young Solo. Oh yeah, that's my, I changed my UI. in my extras folder. A lot of like boots to the Rob's boots to the head package, different boops and bops and stuff. So you basically have that's the noise to enter spectrum for me, and then I also have now we're on blade profiles. All those noises I changed. Instead of hearing spectrum, blade profiles, I wanted to spice it up, make it a little bit more realistic. Did on my scrap tech, love it. Same with whenever I enter font bank selection. There we go. Eton, let's do it. Very comfortable, small little scrap flex, basically. So there we go.
Ever hear? I'm ready. Ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Why not? Coverphonic fonts, tragedy.
I thought not. It's not a story the Jedi would tell you.
That audio track, get that little hum going. Looks so good in the red. Alright. I really enjoy these. This is from Grayscale. Actually, you know what? Let's get a blade style. A little flame, a little base flame. Looks pretty good. I really enjoy this one. So there's my finished for now Derelict 2.0, you know. Hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys guys enjoy it. Thanks for letting me show it off. Until next time, may the force be with you.
You stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Scruffy looking.